It's the morning weather briefing. This is for Tuesday, the 12th of November. I'm James Spann. For most of Alabama today will be dry. The exception, the southwestern corner of the state, Mobile, Baldwin, Washington, Escambia counties. They'll see rain at times today. Statewide, a chance of rain later this week and a cool down about the time the weekend gets here. So a lot of things to talk about. The tropics are not dead yet. Here's the upper air look, a new trough coming into the western states. We have a zonal flow here, and again this morning it's raining over much of Mobile and Baldwin counties, especially along and south of Interstate 10, mostly light rain. A few little spotty showers over southeast Alabama, but for the northern two-thirds of the state, it's dry and cool, and the sky is clear. We've got some 40s on the map this morning. For example, Gadsden, 46, 48 for Pell City, and Cullman, 49 for Sylacauga. Again today, highs well up in the 70s across the state. Again, down south where the clouds are in place, we have 60s for places like Mobile and Dothan. Again today, pretty quiet weather across the country. There is a small marginal risk of severe storms over parts of the Texas Panhandle later today and tonight. Tomorrow, got a marginal risk for parts of the deep south, including the southwestern corner of Alabama. This would include Mobile, Washington, small part of Clark, Choctaw counties, the western part of Baldwin County. And as a front approaches, there could be a few strong storms tomorrow evening or tomorrow night. It's kind of a low-end threat of strong gusty winds. Could there be a brief isolated tornado in there somewhere? Yes, but not especially likely. And then on day 3, which is Thursday, maybe some thunder for the southern half of the state, but no severe storms expected. Need some rain in here. Let's see what we've got coming. This is the rain for the next 7 days, and the bulk of this will be tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, and Thursday morning. But again, southwest Alabama will see some more rain today. But you get the idea. The better range will be north of Interstate 59, the northern third of the state, the Tennessee Valley, places like Florence, Athens, Huntsville, Decatur, Moulton, Scottsboro, maybe an inch and a half. That will not break a drought, but it's a start. Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Anniston, Gadsden, 1/2 to 1 inch, and much lighter amounts down to the south and east. Hardly anything for Dothan over the next 7 days. So let's go to the tropics. We have one little feature we're watching in the Caribbean, and all of a sudden the Hurricane Center is giving us now a 70% chance of becoming either a depression or a storm. The name will be Sarah. And this is not an invest at this point, so we don't have the traditional spaghetti plots, the ATCF set, so we can show the global ensembles. And we kind of like the European. It sure did well with the last one. With Raphael, it did very well with that one. So here's a look at the ensemble. And understand in the ensemble, you got 51 members, 51 of them, 51 lines here. And solutions are all over the board. But the general consensus here, the mean, it would bring the system kind of skirting the coast of Central America and then either skirting the Yucatan or coming up in the Yucatan Channel and then turning northeast if anything develops. Now, some of the members leave it down there in the Caribbean. It kind of fizzles over Central America. But for the ones that turn it northeast, it's showing the possibility of maybe affecting the Florida Peninsula. Now, there's 1 out of 51 members, one that brings it up toward Pensacola, and that's a total outlier. We don't believe that's going to happen. So our friends in the Florida Peninsula will need to watch this. But again, the best possible case, it stays down south. We just don't know yet. We have to know the upper air pattern, the structure of the system, the vertical depth. A lot of things we just don't know now. But having said that, let's go through modeling. Model fans. This is the GFS, the 06Z run, valid today at 4. There's your new trough in the west. Ridging pumping up over the Great Lakes. And again, for most of Alabama today will be dry. The exception is the southwestern counties of the state. Here's the high-resolution HER, valid this evening at 6 o'clock, showing rain showers south of a line from Butler to Monroeville to Andalusia. Nothing especially heavy, but again, southwest Alabama with a chance of showers. For the rest of the state, partly to mostly sunny, with highs mostly in the 70s today. So tomorrow with the trough in the front, here comes that needed rain. The rain will likely push into the western counties of the state tomorrow afternoon and become widespread tomorrow night. maybe some thunder for the southwestern counties of the state. And then by Thursday afternoon, the main trough lifts out, maybe a few lingering showers down in parts of south and southeast Alabama. But sure looks like the best widespread coverage of the rain will be tomorrow night. And again, this will not break a drought, but we'll take that. And the weather's going to be cooler on these 2 days. Tomorrow and Thursday, for most of the state, highs go in the 60s. And then on Friday should be a beautiful day. We start the day Friday morning in the 40s. The high Friday afternoon in the 60s. The sky will be sunny. A perfect night for the high school football playoff games. This is Saturday. Hey, some of the cooler pockets could be in the upper 30s over North Alabama. No freeze, but maybe mid to upper 30s for a few spots. Most locations Saturday morning will be in the 40s. And the high Saturday will be in the upper 60s and low 70s. A beautiful day for college football for much of the country. Sunday, same thing. We're dry. We start the day in the 40s. The high will be in the 70s. The sky will be sunny. Monday, we're still dry. We're watching the new system out to the west, and this is a week from today, Tuesday the 19th. New trough in the west, ridging here. And our tropical system shows up down there near the western tip of Cuba. But despite all of that, we're still dry a week from today. Again, this is Tuesday the 19th. So let's keep going. So this is out 10 days. This is Thursday the 21st. And there's a lot of weeping and gnashing of teeth at what happens out here. And obviously, that is a whopper of a mid-latitude system there across the middle of the country. Let's look at the Europeans' output out to 10 days. Same time frame. This is Thursday of next week. It's got the trough a little farther to the west. It's slower bringing this thing out. But both models, again, this is the GFS, and this is the European, suggesting that a pretty deep trough could evolve here, and this might be the one that flips the pattern out there toward the end of next week, and it could bring some fairly active weather. So this is the GFS depiction of the weather Thursday of next week. Big snows for Colorado, Wyoming, Nebraska, South Dakota, and a front pushing a band of showers and maybe some thunderstorms in here, maybe some strong storms. I know there's a lot of buzz about severe weather when the pattern flips and this thing comes in here. And again, we don't know that yet. I don't know. Nobody knows. This would suggest not especially a classic severe weather look. And we also note the tropical system is over the Florida Peninsula, weakening at that point. Now, this is the European at the exact same time. This is the European Thursday of next week, and gets farther west and it's drier, showing the tropical system farther to the south over Cuba. And again, big snows over the northern Rockies. But it's just something to watch right now. And again, you're going to see a lot of buzz, about severe weather and all this kind of stuff. And that might happen. It might not. But I do think this is the beginning of the pattern flip as this big thing comes on through here. And, of course, that could mean some pretty cold air maybe in 10 to 15 days. And by cold, I mean freezing-type temperatures. We'll be watching, but it's just too early in the game to be specific. Rain for Birmingham, European ensemble. We're looking for the green line. That's the mean. A little over 2 inches between now and the 27th of November. And you can see the European really suggesting we're going to see over 1 inch with this midweek system here. We'll see numbers coming off the NBM, National Blend of Models. 75 today, then 60s after that through Saturday. And notice Saturday morning, Birmingham at 43, which means many of the colder pockets over the northern half of the state will probably see 30s. Then the next shot of colder air coming in at the end of next week. Highs drop in the 50s by Friday the 22nd of November. That's the beginning of that pattern flip we've talked about. And the latest long-range guidance, this is for November 19th through the 25th. And again, we don't have that bright, obnoxious red. We've got just a little yellow and orange in here, meaning temperatures could be a little above average. But again, as the pattern flip occurs, we'll start to see the shades of yellow and orange flipping over to the shades of blue at some point toward the end of the month. Nice sunset last night. No, we need rain, but we can enjoy these sunsets. Of course, the sun going down at 4:50 in the afternoon as we're back on standard time. About the Great Smoky Mountains. If you look really carefully, there's actually a house nestled in that hill there. Wouldn't be a bad place to live. How about that moon last night? The moon is 81% illuminated. And the next full moon will be Friday. A full moon on a Friday night. Watch out. But again, just looking good there. And how about this shot from Manhattan last night, Veterans Day? The Empire State Building looking good. Going to be down in Tuscaloosa today. I'll be doing a program for the College of Engineering at the University of Alabama. And that's where I started. When I started my college career, I was an electrical engineering major because nobody ever told me weather was a viable career option. But I figured it out. But again, that'll be a lot of fun. Good to be on the campus there. Tomorrow, I will be in Jasper at Jasper Middle School up in Walker County. Thursday, Veritas Classical School in Sylacauga. And then Friday, Rainbow Middle School up in Etowah County. And again, there will be no book signing this Saturday due to football. Of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.